Good morning, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Magnetic Reversal News, and Shinrin Yoku, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Saturday, August 21st, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 2021. Hurricane Henri headed its way directly towards Long Island and Connecticut. Headed there in 24 hours. But the big story, it's August and it's snowing. Holy macaroni. Keep calm. It's boom time. Snow in August? Powder forms high in the Uinta Mountains of Utah. Heavy snow hits Berthoud, Fall River, and Vail Pass Friday morning. A weather station on Berthoud Pass reported heavy snow 2 a.m. Friday. And summer snow hits Grand County's mountains. That is Rocky Mountain National Park, and it looks, well, beautiful. Take a look at that. Absolutely splendiferous. Season's first snow reported also here on Wolf Creek Pass Thursday morning. A tenth of an inch falls early Thursday in one of Colorado's snowiest spots. And it is going to be cold. Iowa predicted to be in for a rough winter season. And this is coming from the Farmer's Almanac, providing long-range weather forecasts since 1818. It warns that while much of the country may have mild conditions this year, the Midwest will be hit with frigid, stormy weather. And we'll keep a close eye on that as the season unfolds. Now let's get to hurricanes. Grace is moving its way due west across central Mexico here with sustained winds at 70 miles per hour, wreaking havoc, I'm sure. And Henri is currently off the coast of North Kakalaki with maximum sustained winds at 75 miles per hour with a central pressure at 991. And it appears on the models that it's going to make landfall at around 990. So the maximum winds will still be around 75, 80 miles per hour, Cat 1. As it makes landfall on Long Island sometime early afternoon on Sunday. It may intensify off the coast of New Jersey, so we'll have to keep a close eye on this over the next 24 hours. Hours of power, so stay tuned. We'll have an update in the morning. Tropical storm force wind, speed probabilities. This is the preliminary map showing, well, just about 100% probability that if you're on the western tip of Long Island or right there in Connecticut, the south central coastal Connecticut, well, you may be in the crosshairs for landfall of a Cat 1 hurricane. And the precipitation potentials have shifted westward. So central Long Island now is going to be inundated with 6 to 10 inches of rain. This could lead to flash flooding in many regions, also western New York and on the Connecticut-New York state line. So heads up, here is the greatest flash flood risks over the next 3 days. Quite a large cone, including all of New York City. So heads up, New York City. It's going to get damp. Experimental peak storm surge forecast graphic showing the maximum storm surge. Now, couple this with the high tides and the full moon, and you've got a full moon boom. If you're in Narragansett Bay, Buzzards Bay, or anywhere on western Long Island or the entire Long Island Sound, heads up for some moderate flooding in your region. Wildfire completely destroys yet another Northern California town. Well, and I did a little research into this. It says that the fire has destroyed 50 homes and that 1,200 people live there. So unless 70 people live in each home, I think this is probably Daily Beast, a little salacious, and it didn't completely destroy the town, but it was affected in a big way. And that's because of the massive drought happening in the West. Now, in the Four Corners region, almost all of Colorado is out of exceptional drought. Quite good news. And most of New Mexico is now out of exceptional drought. But we still do have this dark pattern all through central California here and moving up through Oregon and western Washington state, as well as these drought areas in North Dakota and Wyoming and Montana. My bad, Wyoming's down here. So we still need lots of precipitation and not a lot showing up on the radar. But hurricane warnings are in effect for parts of Long Island and southern New England today. Hurricane and storm surge warnings are in effect for portions of Long Island, New York, and southern New England, with Henri expected to accelerate northward on Saturday and make landfall on Long Island or southern New England on Sunday. In addition to hurricane conditions and dangerous surge, heavy rainfall may lead to considerable flooding in parts of New England Sunday into Monday. Now, the 6 to 10 inches of flooding rain is going to be more devastating and deadly than the actual Cat 1 hurricane. So take heed if you're in low areas. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance in a flooding event. Now, here is the storm in question offshore at 990 millibars, and the model is showing it valid for around noon Sunday. So heads up, noon Sunday, landfall, western Long Island. That's my prediction. I'm sticking with it. Seismic update, no quakes of note. Oh, Yellowstone's about to blow. Probably not. 3.1 is completely normal for the region. Worldwide volcano news update. No volcanoes of note. Normal activity. Great Barrier Reef. Accepted in danger status. There's more to gain than lose. We've been talking about this nonsense, and if you read the article, all these people are talking about is policy. They're not talking about actual anything going on with the reef. They're saying, well, if we say the reef is endangered, the governments will give us more money. Well, the fact is that if you say the Great Barrier Reef is dead, no one will come to swim on it. And that is the major issue here because, in fact, a report we shared a month ago that just came out showed that the Barrier Reef in the last year has exploded in growth, gaining 40% in some areas. And this report could make or break the next 30 years of U.S. astronomy. What are we talking about? I have no idea. No, it's called Astro 2020, and it will soon be announced after 2 years of exhaustive deliberations led by a 20-member steering committee of idiots that believe in black holes and dark energy and dark matter. So, does anything matter here? No, it probably doesn't matter. So, nothing to see there. Predicting solar storms, however, to protect Earth, something to see there. And recent research scientist Gabor Toth at the University of Michigan wants to be able to predict large solar storms. He and his team want to see and use these predictions to protect Earth from a potentially dangerous space weather event. In a statement released just last week, he commented, there are only two natural disasters that can impact the entire U.S. One is a pandemic, and the other is an extreme space weather event. Holy macaroni. Soft disclosure much. Siberian wildfires, double greenhouse gases. Wow. And the temperature stays exactly the same. Thwaites Glacier, significant geothermal heat beneath the ice stream, reveals that scientists have been lying, blaming you for melting of ice, when it's just, well, a subsurface volcano. Massive volcanoes could cool the Earth more in a global warming world. Why? Well, you need to be an oxymoron to understand that. Biden administration moved to dismantle protections for citizens trapped overseas months before the Kabul fall. What that means is that the current administration dismantled protections to get 10,000 plus citizens out of Kabul before they pulled out. But they pulled out early, like most Democrats do. Now, let's talk about the Crestone Energy Fair. Welcome to the 32nd annual Crestone Energy Fair, August 28th to 29th. In Crestone, where Diamond will be speaking Sunday from 3 to 5 on the main stage, which will be live streamed on Crestone Energy Fair YouTube. So check it out or show up in person. It's free. Ding, ding. And that's a boom to knowledge. I hope you got something out of the video. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance in the dystopian world that we all wake up in every day. The only difference is I wake up with limitless potential, happy, joyous, and free. How do you do it? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Click on one of the other boxes to gain more knowledge, and we'll see you in the morning.